All right, guys, we're back with round one, Edison Format, Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got Bob on the left playing Diva Hero versus Luke on the right playing Vayu Turbo. So Luke is, I think there's only the second time I've had him on the channel. He plays, I'm pretty sure, mostly advanced Yu-Gi-Oh, so I'm not sure how familiar he is with Edison. We'll see how he does. And I think this is the first time he joined at Epic. The only other time I had him on the channel was at a different local, and this was like months ago. Okay, so Luke sets a monster, sets a back row, and Bob summons Stratos. Activates the effect. Looks like Luke is not going to activate the back row. Last time I played Luke, I think it was in Advanced Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I played Advanced Yu-Gi-Oh! Like a year ago for like a month. And he played pretty well in Advanced, so we'll see how he does in Edison. All right, here he mills Necro, Greffer, and D-Prison. Pops the Stratos. So Bob's got what? I think he's got Torrential and Starlight Road in his hand. Allure. Surprised Bob. I guess Bob doesn't want Allure. He wants to probably wants to summon the Prodigy and make a Diva play. All right, so let's see with Luke. Milling Necro. Right, here comes Card Trooper. He mills Solemn, Chaos Sorcerer, Mirror Force. Well, those are... I mean, it sucks you mill Solemn, Mirror Force, but it's alright. He attacks for 19. I want to talk about Chaos Sorcerer. I think I've seen some Vayu deck lists use Chaos Sorcerer, some don't. I think I like it if you play like Charge and double Hamster. I think it's pretty solid. Yeah, there's going to be times you draw it dead. But I really, really like that card in Vayu. Okay, so Bob's special summons Prodigy needs to be in attack mode. Bob been playing too much Quick Draw and Amaryllis. So again, obviously this is like Luke's only second time on the channel. So I think the one time I had him on the channel, he made top 4 at the other local. And Bob's in the, I don't know how many, I forgot how many times Bob's been in the finals, but he has one win on the channel that he got recently after like over a year. So I'm glad Bob finally got that win. Anyway, Luke bottomlesses the Gilman. So he could have bottomless the Stratos earlier, but he chose not to. Oh, anyway, Bob allured into his second Mally. That's funny. That's the one thing I hate about Mally. It seems people always complain. Like every time I hear people, because my friend Dennis used to play Diva Hero, and he said he got tired of drawing double Mally, so he gave up on the deck. Anyway, his hand here, he's going to go for Army Arm, and I would drop the Miracle Fusion. I think he has Starlight Road. Okay, so Bob's hand is Starlight Road, Call the Haunted, and Torrential Tribute. I'm not a big fan of Torrential Tribute in, like, Ab-Zero decks, because why would you want to Torrential your Ab-Zero? But I guess there's a lot of arguments for it. So Luke Necros the Card Trooper, and then Bob attacks over the Card Trooper with Army Arm. So we're at 61 to 66. Is Bob not going to sit the call? Okay, he does. So he draws for Trooper, draws for turn. So remember, Call, Torrential, Starlight Road are Bob's back rows. Oh no, Starlight Road! I think this game is over for Luke. The only good news for Luke is that Bob's back rows are like, they can't stop his plays or attacks. So we'll see what Luke does. That's the one good news. Does he have... Maybe he can go for like... I'm trying to think what he could do. So this is how you know... Those of you guys... Some of you guys may recognize those pipe sleeves. So Luke borrowed this deck from Sean. Sean's he's the one who runs all the tournaments at Epic. And he has a few decks and he lets people borrow them occasionally. So yeah, that's where the famous pipe sleeves... I don't know why he put a pipe on his extra deck sleeve. Okay, so Luke is looking at his extra deck. He's probably thinking about Link summoning. I'm just kidding. He's gonna... I think he can go for Brio or Goyo. So he chooses Brio. So Brio out. I bet, what do you do with Brio? You could like attack. So he bounces. Oh no, he messed up. He should have attacked the Army Arm. But maybe he's planning not not to attack. I mean, he's left with one card in hand. Bob, why are you going to torrential? The 0 is going to get rid of the Brio. Oh, I think maybe Luke, because remember, this is like, I don't know how familiar Luke is with Edison. Maybe he's reading an errata Brionic. That happened one time. I think a few people who mostly play Advanced, they bought the errata Brionic. So maybe that's just some issues that we deal with in Edison format. Whenever you got people who mostly play Advanced, they don't know the old rulings of some certain cards. So maybe that's why he discarded 2. I don't even know the errata of Brio. Okay, anyway, here Bob goes call on Stratos. And like, if Luke doesn't have Gores, I think this game is over. He might be able to finish him off. He has a normal summoned. So how much damage is that? That's 3,048. No, that's not game unless 1426. No, it's not game, but he's going to be pretty low. Yep, he's at 18. Bob should have maybe summoned the Diamond Dude. I think Bob messed up. Get him on so he can't draw brain control, I guess, just in case. You got to check how many darks he's got. And Luke surrenders. So Bob takes game 1. Overall, Luke played fine. Maybe the Brionic thing, I'm not sure, like I said. All right, here comes Card Trooper. He knows Raiko, Sirocco. Oh! Vayu. Those guys who've been watching the channel for a while, how often do you guys see this happen? This man just milled Vayu Sirocco off a Card Trooper. Okay, so what's Bob going to do? He's got Gilman, and I'm pretty sure in this deck they only play one Gilman, so now your Divas aren't as good. Luckily for Bob, he's got a Crow, but it was a free value for Luke, so okay, so Bob just summoned Gilman and passed. Yeah. Not looking good for our boy Bob. This game, at least. Will Luke pull off the famous Legacy 2-0? Oh, wow. Bob's got 2 Crows in hand. He's got 2 Crows. I think call. Oh, yeah. Bob's hand is not good. And I think he's got... Is that my body? He's got his... So Luke with the Armageddon. So what does Luke send? Does he send Plague? Does he send another Vayu? So he chooses Plague. But Bob is going to punish him with both those Crows. Yep. First, he's going to Crow the Plague. Yeah, you 100% Crow the Plague. But you also got to hope that Luke doesn't have Burial or Return. So now... Let's see. I'm smelling a Return back there. Or a Burial, one or the other. So he crows the Vayu, and then here comes Chaos Sorcerer. And Return. I think he should banish. Oh no, he should have banished so you leave Bob. You leave Bob with no waters for Miracle Fusion. Oh, he has Telly, Prodigy. Oh, what a bad draw at this point. Yeah, if he would have banished the what's it called? The Spine Gilman, he doesn't have a water for Miracle Fusion. So 6,067, but Bob set Call and Fiendish Chain, and he MSTs that one, which is Call. So the last one is Fiendish. So it looks like Summon Greffer, discard Sirocco, Fiendish the Greffer, Solemn. Oh wow, he didn't even hesitate. He's like Solemn. He's probably gonna go for game. Can he put 6,000 on board? 17, 14, 31, 51, 54. Yeah, that's game. That's game. Unless Bob has his third Crow. Then you got me. Yeah, Bob. See? Bob saved time and scooped. So game 3. Who's gonna move on with a round one win? The newcomer Luke or the usual suspect Bob? Oh no, he opened Gilman again. Oh god, that's why I hope Bob only plays one. This is why I hate playing two because you draw it so much when you play two. But then if you only play one, I don't think like drawing dead Diva by itself is not bad in this deck. Anyway, like when you play Diva Hero Beat, like the Diva does nothing unless if you play like Call and stuff. Anyway, Bob with the Crowing Plague. One thing I've noticed when I play Vayu, every time they crow my plague, it hurts so bad. You lose your plague and you lose the card. It's just if you don't have return or burial, even burials, you're gonna have to put another card on top of your deck. It can be devastating at times. All right. So Bob attacks over the Armageddon for 300. So we're at what else is it? So Bob's got Mally. That's all I see in Bob's hand. So he's gonna sack the Gilman from Mally. He's got Miracle, a Dark. He has a Ghost Rare, but I don't know if it's Dark Armed or Gores. Yeah, he's got Miracle, one of the Ghost Rares. See, this is why I don't like the Ghost Rares because I can't tell which one they are on camera. Okay, so Bob drew Bottomless. He set Gilman. Which one did he set? So he must have set Bottomless. Now he's got Miracle and Mally. So flip Ryko, target the Bottomless, Mills Armageddon, Hamster, and Pulling the Rug. Yeah, Pulling the Rug is good against Diva here. I sided against them as well. So here comes Caius. Caius the Mally. So what's left in Bob's hand? Miracle and that Dark, whichever one it is. So Diva, Trunade. Okay. Oh, it is Dark Armed. Okay, so Bob's got Dark Armed, Miracle, Giant Trunade, and yeah, he only plays one Gilman. Most of the time, they only play one Gilman. So Trunade, Miracle, Dark Armed, and Call. Okay, that's not bad. So what do you make? You can make Android. Yeah, Android and then Black Rose. It all depends on his extra deck. Or you can just crash, but then... Okay, so he Trunades. Alright, that's not bad. And then now you can just crash the Android. Unless you have a 7 that can deal with Caius. I don't think so. I don't think there's a 7 that can deal with Caius. So you might as well just crash and then reset the call, right? I think that's the play. Crash, reset call. Yep. Set call, and let's see what Luke can do. So Bob's hand is Call, Miracle. He needs a Rhoda or a Stratos really bad. As soon as he draws a hero, though, he's in a good spot because then Miracle Fusion is live. But you did put a Spell and Trap card back in Luke's hand with that Trunade, so we don't know what that was. So here comes Greffer, discard Vayu. We know Plague's gone, so he's going to go for the Vayu play. And Luke probably knows that Bob's set Call again, reset Call. So I think you attack Diva with... Oh, he's got Brain Control. Okay. That changes things. So now we're at 46-69. You know he's got called, most likely, unless he bluffed you, but... If you're Luke, what do you go for? You have a lot of choices. You can go for an 8, you can go for a 6. So it looks like he goes for the 6 play. Goyo. He's got 2 other cards in hand. Burial. Okay, that's not good for Bob. So now he can bring back his plague. Yeah, plague. So what 8 do you make? Maybe he's going to try to go for game just to force Bob to activate call just to stay alive. I think that's what Luke is doing. Yeah. He's like, I'm going to force you to call the haunt in me. I like this play that Luke did, but I think he should hit with Armor Master first. How many warriors? Does Bob have any warriors? So no warriors, and Bob just scoops. I don't think Bob was dead, but yeah. Bob surrenders, and Luke's moving on with a round 1 win. Hope you guys enjoyed that duel. And we'll be back soon for the rest of the tournament. Bye, guys.